Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Christine with Gauge Girl Training. I'm going to take you through another full day of eating and a weekend meal prep. So let's get started. So it's the weekend and I'm moving a little bit slower than normal, but I went out for a walk this morning, which was cool. Had my coffee, so I didn't show you guys my making that, but I have coffee, and yes, I am wearing my Wonder Woman pajamas, and yes, I went for a walk in my Wonder Woman pajamas. Have my coffee here, and I mixed in my Gauge Life collagen peptides. These just, oh my gosh, I love them. 20 grams of protein. So I got my coffee. I'll probably have another cup in a little bit, but I'm in the mood for a savory breakfast. So I'm gonna make myself a breakfast bowl and I'm gonna show you guys what I put in it. All right, so I'm starting off with some frozen rice medley from Trader Joe's. It comes in these little baggies, and I'm making myself a steak breakfast bowl. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna add mushrooms, spinach, and I have some steak from dinner from the other day. I'm going to make it. So this was the plate that the steak was on. I'm weighing it and tearing it. Don't mind that juice. So I need to know how many ounces my cooked steak is before I add it to my bowl. So that is 7.5 ounces of steak. So I'm going to cut 4 ounces of it for myself and reweigh it. So I portioned out 4 ounces. I'm not sure if you can see it there. And I'm gonna add this to the bowl, and the rest of it I'm going to put in this Tupperware, save it for later. All right, so this is my steak bowl. Anytime I do these types of bowls, I always stir fry a little bit of egg whites into the rice. It just helps me boost my protein. Let me tabulate the macros and show you guys what it is in a moment. All right, so I entered this into my Fitness Pal, and I want to walk you guys through how I did it. I entered ribeye, fat trimmed, grilled, generic 4 ounces. My rice was Trader Joe's rice medley. I did 2 1/3 cups, so that's 0.67. I did 3 ounces of liquid egg whites. 0.2 cups of mushrooms. That's a guesstimate because I know I'll only use a couple mushrooms. Slightly over a cup of spinach. I entered it as 1.2 cups of spinach, 1 teaspoon of olive oil. I used truffle oil, truffle infused olive oil, but all of this came out to 47 protein, 31 carb, 11 fat, and I have 1535 calories remaining. So my goal is 2,000 calories, but I've been eating anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000, and I'm on like a maintenance body recomposition type of a goal right now. I'm not really trying to lose weight. If I lose weight, that's great, but I'm just looking to tone up a little bit. So that being said, I like to know the maximum amount of calories I can eat for a day, and I typically shift between how much carbs I'm eating in a day, but I'm about to enjoy my steak breakfast bowl. All right, so cup of coffee number 2. Don't judge. Don't judge. And I am running out of my collagen peptides, but I got enough here for one. So another way I mix these together, I have this mixer thingy. Check that out. It's faster than me using a spoon. You remember my last episode? I used a spoon. It took maybe like, I don't know, 20 stirs, but that literally took like, what, 2-3 seconds. So I'm gonna add some hot water to this and then keep going about my day. All right, guys, so like I said, this is full day of eating weekend edition, and this weekend brought me my best friend. And so I gotta track my macros. We're actually out to eat right now, and I gotta figure it out. I'm filming on my cell phone. And I actually have, I'm going to show you guys what I have to pick from. I'm actually at a Sullivan's, and this is the business lunch option. I got some water here, keeping it healthy. Business lunch, there's lunch entrees. So I am most likely going to go with the Caesar salad here. I'm going to ask them to add chicken to it. I've had this here before. I'm going to ask them to add chicken. I'm going to put the dressing on the side, and I'm going to ask for like a F-ton of lemon to squeeze on top of it. But that's probably what I'm gonna go with, because I had a very big breakfast, as you guys saw. We'll see what my macros add up to, and then I'll see if I'm still hungry for something else. Caesars. All right, guys, so like 99 hours later, because they had to like go find chickens and cut them. This is what I got. Chicken. Yeah, I got my Caesar salad. I got some stuff here, but so how much chicken is this? If I had to eyeball this, I was hoping it would be like closer to 4 ounces, but this is probably like 3. That maybe even be like a 2.8. So it's not a lot. Now what I'm gonna do with the dressing here, I'm gonna dip my fork in this and then fork each bite. But I'm gonna mark this down as about 3 cups of romaine, some grilled chicken. I'm gonna use like some salt, pepper, but that's how you track it when you're on the go. I'll show you guys what I put in my fitness pal in a sec. So I made it through lunch. Stayed on track with my macros. Did you good?
Yes.
Did good. And my friend supports me.
No drinking.
No drinking.
She didn't eat any other bread. I ate the bread.
No, but the thing is, like, you also didn't tempt me to eat anything that wasn't right. So I got people. You gotta get people to support you in your corner.
No French fries.
No bread. Hey, what's up, guys? So now I'm about to go in for my workout. I'm actually working out from home. I do have a home gym. I have a treadmill, I have a bike, I have kettlebells, free weights, resistance bands, ankle weights, floor mats. So I can get a really good workout at home. And if you guys do want to try one of my home workout plans, you guys can check them out here. I have home workouts, 12-week home workouts for each body type. All you need is dumbbells or kettlebells to be able to do them at home. But I'm about to go in. I got my collagen. So I had my lunch, as you guys can see. But now I'm just ready to just tune the world out, get my workout in, and just feel good. I just love the feeling of sweating. And I think that if some of you guys need some motivation to work out, do it for yourself. Do it for your own ability to unwind. Don't even think about vanity or looking at it as a chore. For me, it's like that time that I can just like breathe for a second. So I'll see you guys in a little bit, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna meal prep for the week. All right, guys, just finished my workout. I'm gonna do a chocolate shake. This protein is the Gage Life Whey Isolate Prime. I'm going to be mixing it with almond milk. Lately, I've started buying it in these like big things. I go through so much of it, but I always like to add ice to my shakes. All right, so I got my ice. Now I'm going to measure out my almond milk first. So I'm adding 8 ounces. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So the thing that's different about Gauge Life nutrition supplements is that it's completely all natural. There is no sucralose in here. There is no fillers. There is no aspartame. There is no asulfame potassium. There is no artificial flavors, no colorants, none of that. The chocolate has 24 grams of protein per serving, but the vanilla has 25, and then the unflavored, just plain protein, literally one ingredient, that's got 26 grams of protein. So I'm weird. I like to eat it with a spoon because it makes me feel like I have one of those like Frosties from Wendy's back in the day. Cheers, fam. All right, guys, so I just finished my protein shake and I'm being a little lazy with this next meal here. I'm assembling it. So I used my measuring cup here. This is a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and you can see that there. I did 3/4 cups of this rice medley. I'm going to use the leftover steak from my breakfast. I'm going to trim the fat, and I'm literally just going to toss spinach in here. So this is what I do, guys. I'm just taking a handful of spinach. That's about a cup. So I'm going to microwave it, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of the steak on top of it. And as the steak kind of cooks, like all the juices from the steak are going to cook down and like cook the spinach down, because I just want something really quick and simple and I'm really hungry. So I'm going to microwave this. This is going to be my next meal, and then I have a lot of stuff I got to get to. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare dinner, and I'm going to prepare a big batch of my Filipino chicken adobo, and I'm going to use the leftovers for my lunch tomorrow, and I'll probably have enough for dinner tomorrow, so I'm making a big batch. I use chicken thighs. You guys will know it's probably one of my staples. I probably make Filipino chicken adobo at least, oh my god, at least once a week. Like, it's just like a regular thing I eat. So you'll see that soon, but I'm about to microwave this and just enjoy a real simple, easy meal. All right, guys, so just wrapped up my meal. Another part of my routine that I do like daily is I'm about to make myself some green tea. I'm drinking the Simply Balanced green tea. I got this at Target. I typically like Tezo, but I like this stuff too, so I like to mix it up. I am a big, huge green tea fan. But what I've been doing on top of my green tea, you guys, is I've been swearing by this watermelon mint Soul CBD. First, when I was taking it in the beginning, I was just using the dropper and doing it sublingually, like putting the drops under my tongue. But I've been enjoying it so much more putting it in my tea. I am a very high-strung person naturally. I openly admit it, and I'm actually going to do a separate video talking about my struggles with anxiety, but this has been helping me big time. I put an entire dropper now. I'm up to a full dropper of this in my organic tea, so it's part of my routine. Doesn't make me sleepy or anything, but it just helps mellow me out, helps me focus while I'm working. And I'm about to do this. I'm going to be working on the computer for a while here, but then I'm going to get dinner started, so that's what I'm about to do. Last but not least, friends, if you guys like this CBD stuff and you want to try it, check it out on mysoulcbd.com. Use promo code GAGEGIRL. You guys, I only showcase products I use. I only showcase products I love and trust. This has been a game changer for me, you guys, and it's just a very helpful thing. So I highly recommend you guys start including this. And the watermelon mint, like, I'm a minty person, but this is even better. So it's just so good. So check it out. All right, guys, so I've been grinding over here at the computer, working on some content for you guys, but I need to take a work break. And what I'm gonna do, where's my puppy? Where's my puppy? Gonna get this boy some steps. Let's go say hi. You wanna get some steps? Sit your butt. Okay, she's sitting. Good boy. Do you wanna get some steps? Look at me. Woozy. Speak. Speak, puppy. Can I have your paw? Thank you. We're gonna get some steps. Oh boy. Okay, let's get some steps. So real talk though, my dog's actually had a sedentary phase, and it's my bad as his dog mother of not getting him enough exercise. You gotta work out your pets too. I know, puppy, I know. Okay, we're gonna get some steps. We're gonna get some steps. before we do that, I'm gonna have an apple as a snack. Now this is a small apple. You gotta like track it in MyFitnessPal differently because the apples I showed in my last video were a little bit bigger. I'm having just a piece of fruit as a snack. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start probably cooking dinner when I get back. I'm gonna make the chicken adobo and that'll be my dinner, but I'll make enough so that there's leftovers for lunches and dinners tomorrow, or maybe even breakfast, we'll see. Look at this happy puppy. How are your steps? Pardon the mess, guys. Got some new YouTube setup happening over here. Is this a tired boy? He did good. So much better. Wanna help mommy make dinner now? All right, guys, so I'm starting my dinner making Filipino chicken adobo. And the thing I love about it is it's extremely cheap and you literally only need like 3 ingredients. So I'm using chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast. I do prefer it with the skin on, so I think it's more flavorful, but you can get it boneless. You can debone it yourself. You need soy sauce, you need vinegar, use the vinegar of your choice, bay leaves, and garlic. So 4 ingredients, I lied. I specifically ran out of bay leaves, so it's just gonna be soy sauce, vinegar, and garlic. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, put them in the pot, and show you guys the rest. Now, as you guys can see here, I have my chicken thighs. They were actually $1.19 a pound. Sometimes I can get them even cheaper, but this whole thing was $6.37 for 5.35 pounds of chicken thighs. So that's a steal, guys. I'm just gonna take it and dump it into this pot. You can do it in a crock pot, but I like to do it on the stove top because it's just very convenient for me, so I can tend to it. All right, so if you guys want the full detailed recipe, you can pick it up in my ebook, Meal Planning for Beginners. I'm just showing you what I practically do. So the amount of water I add to the pot is I add it just enough so that it just partially covers the chicken. All right, so that's about how much water. And it's gonna depend on what kind of pot you're using, but if you want the detailed instructions, check out my ebook, Meal Planning for Beginners. So I have it on the stove here set to boil. I'm going to eyeball the soy sauce, guys. I'm literally gonna add like this whole, I don't know, there's probably about like half a cup or so in here. And I'm gonna add some vinegar. Again, if you want the detailed recipe, check it out on the ebook. But like I said, I've been making this for so many years that I just guesstimate these things. And I'm gonna boil this off and reduce this sauce. So that's about what I'm doing. I have it set to high. I'm gonna let that boil, and then once it boils, I'm going to set it to simmer. I gotta toss the garlic in there. I am of the mindset you can never have enough garlic, so I took probably about like maybe 6 cloves, sliced them up, and you can see here it's starting to boil. I'm just gonna dump all of the garlic up in here. All right, so garlic is in the pot, you guys. Again, like I said, I'm out of bay leaves. This is real life, you guys, so I'm improvising. I'm improvising. Some people can like to add ginger to this. I don't, but I'm going to let this get to a boil, and then I'm going to shift gears over here on my stove top. You can see here on my main burner where I have it on high. I'm gonna put that down to low, and then I'm gonna put it on the simmer function. Once this catches a boil, I'm gonna let it simmer. See, the thing is, you can let it simmer for a long time, like an hour, 2 hours. If you really wanna hustle up the meal, I mean, you could just boil it until it's cooked and you'd be done in like 20-30 minutes. I'm gonna simmer it because I have some time. All right, guys, so I had this simmering, I'd say for a good, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. You don't have to cook it that slow and long. Like I said, you could be done with it in about 20 minutes, but now I just turned the temperature up so I can kind of reduce it a little bit. Now, if I wasn't trying to make this healthy, what I would do is I would take the pieces out of here and I would saute them in a skillet. But because I'm looking to make this a little bit healthier today, I'm not gonna add any extra oil to it. I'm just gonna serve the portion of chicken, and it's gonna be falling off the bone, and dish it on a plate with some veggies. So I've portioned out 6 ounces of pre-cooked white rice in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this up in the microwave. I'm gonna use some spinach as my veggies, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a couple handfuls of this and I'm gonna toss it in here, and then I'm going to portion myself out some adobo chicken. All right, guys, what I'm doing now is I'm picking all of the pieces of chicken out of the pot and putting it here in a separate Tupperware container. And this has been slow cooking for some time, so you can see here, look at this, the chicken is falling off the bone. I'll show you guys a close-up angle of it in a moment here. Let me get in there and I'm gonna show you guys how tender the meat is. So you can see here's a chicken thigh. Ooh. Pardon the steam. But if I pick it up, you see how it's literally just like falling off the bone. Extremely tender, very juicy, delicious meat. What you need to do is, so you can see the bones here, you can throw them out or you can just leave them in there. And then you just use some tongs and take the meat and portion this out as it stands. So what I'm gonna do is, this sauce tastes delicious and I'm going to turn the stove all the way up to high so I can reduce it down. So I'm gonna like just let the steam cook off a bit, and then as it cooks down I'm gonna take the remainder of it and pour it over the chicken in here. But as you guys can see, this is like over 5 pounds worth of chicken, and it's so tasty, guys. It's so tasty, and a lot of the flavor is gonna come from the sauce, but I want to reduce it by just cooking some more of the fluids off, and then I'm going to pour it over top here. But then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to portion it out on top of the rice. It's so delicious. 3.6, 3.8, 4.0. So that's how much chicken goes in, and now I'm just going to add some steamed spinach, because for me it's just something really easy. You can add whatever vegetable you like, but I'm all about the convenience of the spinach. And then I'm going to take some of the sauce, which I have reducing over here, and just put a little bit of it over here. So here's what the finished dinner looks like. But this meal, I just wanted to really point out how juicy and flavorful the chicken is, and it's very healthy. The macros are really good on this. And again, guys, if you want the full recipe, you guys can check it out on the Meal Planning for Beginners cookbook. But yeah, that's dinner. So I'm going to be making up the rest of my macros using fruit and protein shakes. But these are just ideas of meals that I eat in a day. While I'm going to be eating that in a moment, I've been working on a recipe, which I'm going to show you guys here, which is this high protein banana bread that I am doing with my Prime Way vanilla. So I have these bananas that I put in the freezer because they were about to turn, and I just took them out to defrost because I'm gonna bake this for a protein snack tomorrow, and I'll most likely put the recipe up on the Gauge Life blog. So if you guys want to check out some free protein recipes, go to gagelife.com. But I've been formulating this recipe for a while, and I'm really excited to show you guys what it turns out like. And again, you can check out the full recipe on gagelife.com, along with many other recipes, you guys. But last step I got to do here for this big batch of adobo chicken I cooked. So I took it all out here, and now I just got to pour the sauce over top of it. So there you have it, and then you can just put it in the fridge like this. If you really want to, you can kind of go through and pick the bones out, but I'm just gonna leave them there. I'm gonna let this cool off for, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes so the steam stops. But I just want to show you guys how easy that is. And then anyone in the family can, you know, make themselves, pull some chicken off of this with some rice, and like the portions and veggies of their choosing. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna be bringing you guys some more of these soon. So if you wanna check out the recipe that I'm working on, check out the next video and comment any questions or concerns you have below. Thanks for joining me today. Have a good one. Peace out, friends.